David Gordon Green's George Washington is a film that centers around a group of kids in a small, rural, run-down town in North Carolina in the summertime. They spend their time walking on train tracks and exploring abandoned buildings. There is not exactly a main character. The film has more of an ensemble cast. Each character is a pivotal piece to the puzzle of the film. There is also not necessarily a plot. Things just happen, and life goes on. None of the kids in the film were professionally trained actors, this being their first film. Many of them actually came from the area where the film takes place, so they weren't trying super hard to be something that they weren't. Lots of it just came naturally. This film illustrates how at a young age, the friends you have in your life can mean the entire world to you. It highlights how crucially important friendship is by providing intimate snapshots of authentic interactions between the young characters.
You see Nazia and George at the park today talking?
Yeah, man, what's up with that, yo?
She better not be trying to hurt my feelings. And she better not be hooking up with him.
Man, this is some girls do, man. They try to dump you and then go with your best friend, yo.
There are lots of candid moments in the film that highlight how the smallest things in these kids' lives can seem like everything to them.
You know, you act like such a little kid. Like, you're a little 8-year-old running around being goofy. You know, I just can't stand it anymore.
What you want me to say?
Don't say nothing.
Can I say I'm sorry?
It's too late. Just don't say nothing.
Can I kiss you one last time?
Tell me that you love me. Do you love me?
Through scenes like these, this film displays counter-hegemonic ideologies because it shows underprivileged kids of color just trying to figure out life. The tender humanization of these characters is something that not many movies are able to achieve. It naturally shows them just as kids, living day by day, and not as a stereotype of their race. Simple shots like this are able to strike something emotionally, without even saying a word. The way the shot is beautifully set up and how Buddy looks at his mom so admirably comes off extremely genuine. There is a pivotal scene where one of the central characters, George, saves a drowning boy in a swimming pool. George becomes the star of his town because of this gracious act. He even appears in the newspaper. A young black boy is the hero of this film, without the help of a savior and in a non-exploitative way, which goes against the norm of how young people of color are represented in film.
Are you a hero now? If I ever get in trouble, will you save my life?
Just don't tell nobody my real name.
Some people have criticized the film for not having a plot line, but that is something that makes it so authentic. There is no Hollywood ending, life just goes on. The kids have to learn how to grow up fast when faced with tragedy and adversity. George Washington provides something that not many films are able to do. It shows raw emotion authentically. It does not put characters into a box based on race and socioeconomic status, and it challenges the expectation of what a film about young teens of color can be. This film is able to accomplish these things by having lesser off characters of color actually have depth to them as people and as human beings, not just as a stereotypical representation of their race.